Alright, well, it is about that time. Unfortunately, I was hoping to get the MOONSHADOW up to 80, but I got no more of these, so I have to wait. But either way, we are going to be taking a further in-dive look into this weapon. Now, I have tried it. Truth be told, I would love to get dupes, but for the cost, well, I would much rather wait for the weapon banner to come out to maybe hopefully be something better in terms of getting weapons. But anyway, let's take a look at this weapon and see if it's a weapon which people should hunt for, go for, summon for, etc. All that good stuff. So another dark weapon. Yeah, you would really think you would really think we'll get something else in terms of supporting any other attribute that, you know, but it is what it is. Alright, so it's kind of interesting to see, and not to say the least. But anyway, furthermore, let's have a look. So when Moon Glow Shining in the Dark is used, it applies the full moon effect to targets on the moon. On the moon? We're going to oh yeah, on the, so it's an effect that you'll see on the floor, which is a moon basically. Can we just take a moment and just appreciate how badass this weapon look like? Low-key, the minute I saw this weapon, I was like, yeah, this looks cool, I want it. This looks amazing, oh my god. Okay, so when the last attack of Moon Glow Shining in the Dark hits, it slows down time for 3 seconds and applies 1 instance of lunar eclipse to the target per instance of full moon. Full moon duration is infinite, stacking up to 1 time, and then what the lunar eclipse does, increases damage taken by 10%, increases the user's dark damage by 10%, and that's on for 3 seconds, of course. So essentially, what the best way to kind of put on how the MOONSHADOW daggers are working, it's basically a free shadow step. That's basically what this weapon is, and it really is actually coming in clutch. Hence why I wouldn't mind actually go about getting dupes into this weapon. But as of right now, we got the initial copy. It'll do. That will do. So going furthermore on to maxing this weapon out, enhances the effects of full moon and lunar eclipse. So the full moon is now being stacked up to 3 times infinite, and then the lunar eclipse will get the additional, was it 5%? Because it starts at 10, so you get the additional 5%, and the duration is still the same. Increased dark damage, and then the third dupe, when shadow step hits, it applies 1 instance of lunar eclipse per instance of full moon. So yeah, that's the correlation between the shadow step. So it seems that when we initially looked into this weapon, when it got leaked, it seems that they've kind of kept it the same. I haven't seen any changes. So, and then lastly, when you completely max it out, the user's damage increases by 15% while time slowing effect is active. So the fact that it says time slowing effect, I think that also counts as shadow step, so you can really maximize that extra 15% through not just the weapon itself, but shadow stepping. As long as time is slowing down, then not only are you getting that defense drop, you've got to also remember that through the shadow step. But yeah, that extra 15% will go an absolute long way. And then of course, if you do have the daggers themselves, you can benefit from doing a ton more damage, especially if the enemy is weakened to dark. So this is just more support for dark, in all honesty. Okay, so well, we're on the Igris. Oh my god, the dark support is insane. Truth be told, I kind of preferred well, I feel like we kind of needed a dark tank, but that's fine. So we're gonna just kind of activate everything. So that was our first shadow step. So the moon is activated. It does good damage, and then of course we are now just so that was like a back-to-back how should I say, shadow step right there, kind of slowing down time. But the weapon itself is actually pretty decent. So we're just gonna, there we go, shadow step, and then feed off that. Nope. Nope. And then we can activate another shadow step, because this is what comes right here. Boom, and then we can kind of just, oh, the invincibility. So right there we would have absolutely, oh my god, you are lucky. Nice try, nice try. Okay, drop that. Okay, I did try something there, but that's fine. Nope, okay. So we're gonna cater to dropping this. Drop that. Keep him in the circle. And then we can just kind of go about breaking things. There we go. And yeah, that is pretty much all that we can benefit from, and then we should be able to kind of benefit from all of this, get all the damage off. So just having that initial copy of the dagger itself just works nicely in terms of having that advantage play of slowing the enemy down. Outside of that, and of course doing dark damage, but outside of that, yeah, it's not really much. Okay, so there we go, Shadow Step once again. So yeah, as long as you got your Shadow Step in check with the dagger itself, yeah, you can really just maximize always having that time advantage pretty consistently, not to say the least, pretty consistently too. And even at level 60 with no dupes, the dagger actually does a ton of damage. Ooh, what we got? Ooh, if only there was HP on that one, that would have been beautiful. Ah, crit hit damage. Okay. Yeah, a pretty good new first weapon to have. So, I mean, that just confirms that the next weapon is going to be the Phoenix Bow, which I feel like I mean, I would have preferred for that to come out. I mean, in a situation like this, great for crowd controlling, and then of course you can really just utilize the AoE side of things. Oh my god, I'm getting absolutely butchered. Yeah, I'm gonna need some support here, boys. There we go. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Oh, what is happening? Okay, let's drop that. Let's drop that. Let's drop that. Okay, we can actually utilize this. Slow down time. See, I do like how it kind of gives us that little bit of a breathing room too, just to kind of assess on what's going on. So in a situation like that, that was actually extremely handy. Okay, so now it's just you. Oh no, you don't. Good sir. But yeah, as long as if I was able to get my timing right on in terms of dodging, then we would have been a-okay. Okay, I kind of want to dodge again. Shadow Step, benefit from it. I mean, look, the damage is there, not to say the least. And this weapon does hold a good amount of damage. I should say that all my skills for the dagger itself is at level 4, so that's one thing to kind of clear up. But that's the advantage play. It really is just giving you that slow time advantage. And then, of course, by feeding into more dupes will allow you to do more damage, even though you're already doing a good amount of damage already. And then, of course, it's just a ton of more dark support. Honestly, if you can max out this weapon and benefit from that +5 and then probably stick on the katana itself, this might be like the newest better combination in terms of just, especially if you're consistent with your shadow steps, as well as utilizing its weapon on benefiting from using the katana's like core attack. So yeah, essentially what we're looking at, boys, is that we have got more dark support. That's it. Now, again, it's coming down to, should you summon? Is it worth going after? Well, at the end of the day, you got to realize that it is on the selection banner. It's definitely a good dark type weapon. If you want to put it onto your list, go for it. I'm not saying not to. It's actually really, really freaking good. So would I chase for it? I wouldn't say it's a chaser. To go out your way to kind of hunt it down, wouldn't do that. Truth be told, stick it on your rate up list. If it appears, it appears. That's the best way I can go say about it. I wouldn't go crazy, and because at the end of the day, we also have to take into consideration the new weapon that's going to be coming out in May, being the fire bow, the Phoenix Bow. More than likely, it will be also found on the selection banner, unless they do the weapons banner. We have no confirmation yet on when a weapons banner is going to be dropping. We know a weapon banner is going to be happening, not sure when it's going to be dropping. So as of right now, as far as we're aware, this is our way to get new weapons. So if you kind of want to put it on the rate up list, and then whenever you throw a multi, then you've got your chance of getting it. But as long as you don't chase, I mean, yeah, if I wouldn't say it would be a chase, but just put it on your list, because it is a solid weapon. And then when the Phoenix Bow comes out, you can apply that onto your list, and then eventually, gradually, we'll get to the point where you've got new weapons to potentially get through the selection banner itself once you get to the PT rate, unless you get lucky with RNG. But I wouldn't go out my way and hunt it down the way I have and many others have, of course. You know, so again, if you're free to play, if you've got tickets, if you want to use them, go for it, because I know a few people are maximizing their tickets and saving them for when May drops, because again, if this is how they're going to be doing the Phoenix Bow release, then you want to maximize by having 2 new weapons there. And truth be told, it's a dark type weapon. We've already got 2 dark type weapons, and they are absolutely fantastic. And so realistically, there's no need for it as of right now. So stick it on your list. If you want to summon, if you've got tickets laying around, if you've got story to farm out, go for it. I wouldn't chase it in no means, purely because we've got two fantastic, already good dark type weapons that are holding it down. The Moonshadow is just a bonus, especially with now it coroning itself with the whole shadow step in order to do more damage. So it's a great weapon, don't get me wrong, but yeah, we've already got two dark types, which are pretty much the two best weapons in the game right now, because that's the combination which a lot of people are utilizing. Now, it would have been a whole different ball game if we got other supports. Realistically, we kind of need that more for. I would have preferred for them to drop the fire bow, because light is looking already good in terms of the SR weapon. Wind is looking pretty good in terms of the SR sniper. I mean, water's not too bad. I feel like they should have dropped a water or fire weapon. I think that would have been way more beneficial for the game. But I understand that it being the soft launch, that I don't think they want to go too crazy in terms of content being added, but they wanted to add something. So I think when it comes to the official release for Solo Leveling Arise, that's when we're going to get some characters and weapons that we probably want to cater to and obtain. But as of right now, Moonshadow, awesome weapon. Love it, fantastic. Would I hunt it down like an absolute madman? No, you can take your time with it. We've got other dark weapons that are already doing their job. This is just a bonus. A good bonus, but just a bonus.